Hello. Hello, hello. It is week 7 of Draft League. This is the final week of the regular season. No idea if we're doing playoffs yet. I have yet to ask everyone if they want to. But it seems like the next patch is going to be a little bit, so there's a chance we may. I'm currently sitting at second in the standings. Let's see if I can pop those up and if they'll appear properly. I don't think that'll be quite in the right spot, but you can probably see below my webcam that I am second in the standings right now. If I win this week, then I am guaranteed to be second place in the regular season, which is pretty cool. Anyway, this week I am playing Reverie. Reverie has a funky little team with a lot of mind attackers and some body attackers to go with. Mostly mind attackers. And a Cherylee. Cherylee has this wonderful little habit of making pretty much any team quite scary offensively with the combination of, Dispel and Cheer. Armantis being here, obviously with Power Forward and Ricochet, is a massive threat next to Cherylee. To the point at which I've done, most of my prep around it just to make sure I can deal with it. Also has Mystic, which of course has Intangible, making all of my body attacking less reliable. I still have a little bit of it. You can see my team over here if they move. There's a little bit in the Riplash, but Mystic obviously meaning that it probably wouldn't be a great idea for me to run full body offense, and my game is lagging. Let me try going to a different area and see if that helps. But either way. Illigus also there, doing typical Illigus things, clicking precise sneak attack, or setting up traps. I don't really have anything to deal with Trap or Illigus. It's not really something I've particularly thought about all that much. But ideally I won't have to switch out too frequently. If it is Trap or Illigus, which I'm now looking at the team sheet and wondering if it might be, that'll be a bit of an issue. But the other thing about this team is it also, in addition to having Cherylee for support, it also has Blitz Swift. So Blitz Swift can quick set, basically for free on any turn. Can also quick tag into something with a sideways move, so I have to be very aware of that all the time. Scary stuff. Ostracai is not a body attacker to be messed around with in its own right. Kitschik is also there. But then we have Varkabond. Varkabond, of course, being able to force a free point if it is next to either of the stare down users on this team if Rev decides to build that way, so I've had to prep for that. Armantis and Mystic can both do those things. I personally was using Armantis Varkabond to pretty great effect in the Big Moon Bash recently. So I know the ways, and I am very wary of having to play against him. Also just a very solid mind attacker in its own right, boosting itself with telekinesis, and clicking sideways moves, so I have to take front row damage, which is scary. Can also click freeze ray for more damage. But anyway, onto what I'm deciding to do about it. I am deciding to, first of all, set my team so I have the correct thing here, because that would be quite important. I am simply not going to engage with as much of Rev's game plan as I can. don't be fooled by Whiplash being up front. I put it there to make it look like it's the centerpiece of the team when really it's just sort of there. The big thing this week is Trat Shloom. I am once again running Trait Dance Mischief Trat, giving Shloom Mischief and Echo Strike to put Ancient onto my opponent, and just sort of drain them down that way. Beyond that Trat stuff, I can then click Mischief Rally. We are finally running a spirit attacking week. Like, well and truly, my offense is spirit this week. There is also a Whiplash there. It's doing fine. Cut Shot, Bring the Heat, Rally Shloom. I didn't want the sideways move, and I didn't want Contest, because that kind of ruins the entire point of being an attacking team, when if you look at Rev's attacking stats, which I think should be on this side of the camera, or defensive stats. Oh, right, they aren't there. Rev's spirit defenses are not very high, besides Armantis can invest into them, Blitzwift can invest into them. Charlie is the best spirit defense stat on the team at 88, which is not very high, so I'm deciding to try and hit where it hurts here. Set up Rally, weaken all of the blows that'll come my way from all of the mind attackers. Obviously, if there are body attackers, then I simply have to take those. I could, for what it's worth, and I honestly might do this now that I'm thinking about it. I could just dump a bunch of body defense into Shloom as well as Tort Anchor, because it would be nice to have two good body defensive beasties here in case, but I think it is still going to be most likely a mostly mine team. I have pretty much all of my beasties invested at least a little bit of mine defense. Whiplash, I believe, with 2 defense hits. I'm just going to tab over here. Is it on this one? No, it's some survival threshold, I think, against +2 ricochet with cheerleader from the net. It can survive. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what it is. Or maybe it's from the back row at +3 or something. I did a lot of calcs, and it would do me well to actually write some of these down, but I didn't. Either way, with Rally up, that helps a lot more, obviously. Drum and Faith Captain Tort Anchor here, with Corner Shot. I want to wear Rev's team down as much as I can, because I don't have any, like, super hard hitters. Nothing is, like, killing things off of serve. I don't have, like, a finisher Magpike this week, or, you know, a launcher Whiplash. So Corner Shot is here to potentially weaken stuff like the Charlie over time. Potentially the same for the Varkabond if it wants to sit in the back row. Faith, obviously, to boost by 2 spirit attackers, and Drum to prevent both Stare Down and Nervous from Unpredictable, as well as Hex for Mystic. Overall, Tort Anchor's a bit of a support here. I, once again, and this is the calc I actually do have up, so I can live a boosted Ricochet at a boosted Jazzed Ricochet in the back row with Cheerleader on 2, if I so desire. Didn't put in any more mind defense than that, because I don't need more mind defense than that, baby. Tort Anchor's going to sit in the back all match, probably. And then just dumped a little bit into Mind Power so it can deal a little bit more damage with Corner Shot, which probably won't matter at all, but, you know, if it does, it will. Skip Rig here, Provoke, Scream, Exhaust. I'm finally running Exhaust on this team with, like, 5 different beasties that can run it. I decided that it would be good to have some survivability here, especially because I'm not running Torch Pass on Shloom this week, which is not a first this season, but pretty close to it. Skip Rig's going to be sitting up in the front row a lot, so it's going to take a lot of damage, and I'd like it to be able to get itself back to full if I need it to, which I probably will need it to, but it'll be a 50-50 as to whether I'm clicking Exhaust on any given turn or if I'm clicking Scream and blowing something up, which is fun. Or Provoke. Once again, max Mind Defense, max Spirit Attack. And lastly, Whiplash here, just with Shake Off in case of monster block stuff. And also just to keep itself healthier. Cyclone for dealing with anything Charlie might do, and just Thump for good attacking. And that's the team. there is a room ready. I need to not click the Big Moon Bash and have that open a tab, which I don't want to be open. And that should be it. There we go. Let me make sure I have the team set up. And I did remember to change my traits this week. Riplash is not Launcher, because that would be a very bad idea against Mystic. And the skip is Power Forward. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Okay. Probably no body attackers besides maybe the Blitzswift, which is sitting next to the Charlie, which is scary. Armantis Varkabond serve in the first 2 slots, so I'm guessing that is going to be a stare down Armantis. Probably also sneak attack Ricochet, because what else do you run on that thing? I have counter serve, which means I'm absolutely counter serving with Trat and Shloom. And again, no body attackers besides the Blitzswift, so I don't have too much to worry about there. Let's see how this goes. So yep, sneak attack, quick set, with Slice, Twist, Varkabond with Provoke. Either way, I'm just gonna get started here. It is Monster Block. Slide, Quick Tag, Quick Set, Blitzswift, which is expected. Reach Shot, Cheer Set, Charlie. Makes sense with the Monster Block set. Slice, Snipe, Illigus. And it is Trapper with Torch Pass. Let's get the ancient stuff set up. I'm just gonna set Rally up right off the bat. And no stare down, so I can in fact safely hit the Varkabond here, but I might in fact rather hit... Yeah, I'd rather hit the Armantis here. That is going to get it a Ricochet, and it's double cheer, but it now has Ancient, which helps. It also does not look like it should KO Shloom here, which is lovely. And I can set up more Rally, which is always nice. Reach Shot an option here. But I think if Rev wants to click Reach Shot, I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's Cheer Ricochet here. Okay. Yeah, especially with Cheerleader. We don't see that doing much damage. So I can Cut Shot here, and that'll blow up anything. We do exactly 100 to the Charlie. That's fantastic. 124. Math. That's over 80. So yeah, Cut Shot's a point here. Fantastic. Okay. Well, good start. And the Armantis I took Monster Block off of, so it's not an issue. I can now take Cheerleader off the Charlie, which is awesome. Expecting probably a sideways move in here. Yeah, okay, the Varkabond's back in. Notably not doing much damage. Won't KO Shloom if Shloom's in the back row. So I can just put Trat in the front here. They're gonna twist into Shloom. Makes sense. That's fine. I just click... I just click Volley and Rally, I think. Yeah. Keep the Rally up, prevent damage, and hit the Varkabond. Block comes out, that's expected. Okay. This can double boost here, but I'm really not scared of it. I'm gonna make a call here. I don't think Rev's gonna attack the Shloom. Oh, Rev might click Twist into the Shloom. That would make more sense. I could, however, do this. Yep, okay. So this may be another point here. Yep, cut shot's gonna be enough. Okay, this is going way better than I thought it was going to. Forward pass on Trat was a fantastic idea. Our Mantis is down again. And now I once again get an Echo Strike off onto whatever comes in here. Blitz Swift is in. It no longer has Jet, so Slide doesn't really do anything for it. The beam that makes you old is really truly paying off here. Slide can KO Shloom. I think here, how much is Riplash doing? Not a huge amount of damage. I think I just move up to potentially take the reach shot here. Yeah, okay. And I think, unfortunately, that'll be the game. More rally, forward pass, and cut shot should do it. Yep. That's game one. Was not expecting that to go that well, but glad to see that the Spirit Attack is a valid mode. Okay, Rev has said I am serving next match, so game 2 here, right side serving. Let's think about what the counter serve is here. So my guess is it's probably just going to be move forward. I should have remembered this. I don't think there are very many defensive plays. It may be... Did the Varkabond have something? No, the Varkabond had Provoke. Yeah, okay, no defensive plays. So I'm serving. I think it's gonna be Tort Anchor Skiff Rig here. If it's Armet Vark, then again, okay, no stare down. We're fine. So this will be good. Okay, it's Charlie and Blitz Swift. Let's get the corner shot off, start weakening the Charlie. Okay. Reach shot is annoying because it kind of invalidates power forward a bit. But I can just still put the skiff rig in the front. What am I scared of, I guess, is the question. I don't think a ricochet is really all that much to worry about. If all else fails, I can just click exhaust, but I think it's going to be slide here. Yeah, okay. And, oh, it kills. Okay. Dang. Slide is strong. Okay. Not a great start. Slide serve definitely going to come out into this slot here. And I think for that reason, I'd really just like it to be Shloom. Shloom on counter serve with Faith should just knock pretty much anything out, I think. Let's see our damage. Yep, nothing takes it. Question is, do I want to do that, though? And I think the answer is yes, I would like a point. I think the Blitz Swift, in fact, probably could have moved up there and blocked me, but I'm not sure if it was gonna... oh, it would have still taken 80. Okay, not quite enough. Alright, so... Bones is gonna be nervous here. Let's just get the corner shot off either way. Oh, okay. Varkabon to front. Not an easy receive, so only one cheer. Let's just move Tort Anchor to the front. If it's a sideways move here, we're fine. But yeah, it's twist. So I'm gonna start doing a little more damage. I can click Rally here, which I'm probably gonna do. Either that or Drum. I'd rather click Rally just to decrease the damage output. It'll decrease my corner shot damage by like 2, but you know, that's 2 damage. I'll survive. Okay, now it's gonna set me. Not going to knock out Tort Anchor at, it'll be at +4. It's currently at +2. I can actually go Riplash here, and that'll be nice because I can click Cyclone next turn. Rally's nice. Just get drums off here. Charlie doesn't quite go down here. Either way, I can just hit into the Varkabond. Rhythm does nothing because not nervous. Either way, Cyclone here works. The question is Rev going to hit the back row? And who gets in? And if I Cyclone, the Iligus is in. I'm gonna move Riplash back. Yeah, okay. Correct prediction there. Thump from the front row should, I believe, knock out the Varkabond. Won't knock out the Armantis, though, so maybe that's not the best idea. I could click Shake Off here, and I think I'm actually going to. I think I'm just going to click Shake Off Corner Shot. Rally wore off, so now I'm doing 10 damage to the Charlie again. So if it's Armantis in the front here, yup, okay. Very good read there. Corner Shot here will hit the Armantis. Blitz Swift is in. Quick Set Ricochet will just blow me up. With that said, if I predict it correctly, I could either get Schloom back up to full health or get Trat in, depending on what I'd like to do. Does Skiff survive? Skiff does survive. So I would ideally like to get Skiffer again over here, I think. Yeah, okay. They attack the Tort Anchor, which is the correct play. So sneak here. I'm not sure if me tagging in Skiff there was correct. I'll be fully honest. Drum isn't quite wearing off yet. I can just steal Monster Block, which I think is probably a good idea. I could also just Provoke. That's probably better, even. Yeah, let's Provoke the Blitz Swift. Click forward pass and Scream over here. I'm getting blocked. No, I'm getting blocked is the problem. Yeah, let's not trade dance or anything. The Blitz Swift can stay in the back. I can block it next turn. Yeah, okay. The most important thing here is I didn't want Armit. I didn't want Skiprig to get shook. So quick set on the Armantis here is going to do a whole lot of damage, but I think block will save me. So I'm simply going to block. Nothing that the Blitzwhip tags out for can attack this turn, which is nice. If it's a Ricochet, ouch, but Skipper's in the front and it has power forward, so I think it should survive this. Okay, we see Charlie in. Do I go down to that? I don't. Awesome. Okay. I can just take Cheerleader here. I think I'm going to give the Charlie monster block in favor of... because I'm just clicking Scream. Oh, Scream actually wins me the game, I think. I don't think anything here survives either way. Let's get Cheerleader for what it's worth and deal that extra bit of damage just to make sure. If I'm not reading anything wrong. Okay. That's a 2-0. Very glad that the spirit attacking worked out this week. That was a lot of fun. I'm very glad I finally got to run Spirit, because I feel like I ran 3 types a bit here and there this season, but this is like the first, like, this can be a Spirit team, and I'm so happy about that. Oh, very exciting. That was a lot of fun. The beam really put in work in game 1. I don't think Schloom and Trat left the field, which was kind of wild. So, yeah, I mean, that's the end of the regular season. I finish at 5-2, which is a pretty dang good record, if I do say so. Yeah. This has been a lovely season. I'm so glad that I put all this together. Just the entire feeling this season for me has been, I am so happy to be playing Draft League. Let's just pop the team up one last time. I'm going to be doing like a survey of sorts where I ask all the players, hey, what do you think overperformed? What do you think underperformed? So we can potentially reevaluate the tiers, especially considering we'll probably have a new patch coming sometime in the near future. I can only assume Greg knows what's wrong with the meta right now, and it's certainly one of the beasties on screen. Among several other things, but... I expect we'll have a patch soon, so eventually I'll get to, you know, setting this up for a larger group of people. But in the meantime, we might have playoffs. If people are down, I want to do playoffs. But yeah, that's week 7. Rev is going to be here in a bit for the post-match interview. Just setting up their mic.
Hello?
Hello!
Sorry if my audio quality is like really bad. I am not.
No worries. Let me make sure you're in OBS. I think you are. Yeah, you are. Cool. Okay. Yeah. That was a match.
Yeah.
I guess you weren't expecting the Spirit Week.
Yeah, I figured I could probably handle Skifrig, and I forgot about Spirit Shloom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I sort of decided, you know, I haven't really committed to the fact that this can be a Spirit team yet. I want to do it once during the season.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody to bring Spirit against, it's definitely me as well.
Yeah,
so.
your team is not the strongest against it, for sure.
Yeah, I also had zero training in spirit defense because I was focusing on Riplash and
Yep, which
your
you
mind.
have every right to do, because those are, I think, probably the more threatening among mine, besides maybe Cutshot Shloom. And
Right. Well, not the more threatening when I have max body defense on most of my beasties.
that's fair, but I mean, considering how last week went for me with
baited.
Riplash, it was probably a good idea to go that way. I just took a different tack.
Yep.
I was scared of Trapper Illigus. I realized, like, as I was starting the recording, I'm like, oh, Trapper Illigus could be a problem here, and you brought it.
I did, but it's Spirit Week.
It is unfortunately Spirit Week.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the cool things about Draft is that even though you can see what beasties they have and plan accordingly, there can be a wild amount of mix-ups. It's crazy.
Yep, this is why I drafted Shloom. Because you just don't know what it's going to do week to week.
Anything.
Yeah, I mean, any particular stuff you thought about in your prep other than Riplash? I saw like 2 quickset users, which was super hype.
Oh yeah. Well, honestly, part of my team building has been because like I didn't really team build all that much until draft started. I kind of just made edits to the same team whenever a patch dropped.
Right.
And I really wanted to practice team building because I'm actually not very good at it. And I think part of that is having fun messing around with things that don't commonly get touched very often. So I wanted to use Quickset.
Hey, Quickset's my favorite play in the game, so...
It's... Honestly, I think it's super underrated.
Yeah, I mean, it's immediate +2.
Yeah, plus having Quick Tag just gives me so many options if I have both Quickset users on the field.
Yeah, exactly. It's like suddenly everything can happen, and I have to guess among the 5 different things that it could be.
Yeah. Let's see. What else was I think? I need to pull up my team again. I closed Beastieball because
No worries.
laptop is not very powerful.
No worries at all. Yeah, I was a little surprised to not see Mystic, I will say.
Yeah, I really wanted to lean into Armantis and Blitzswift, so I switched Mystic out for Cherylee because they can both get juiced up insanely high with Cherylee.
Yeah, when that... I mean, it was only, like, jazzed in front row, but, like, when that slide kills Skiffrig, I was just like, oh! I didn't prep enough for this. I always forget that Blitzswift is, like, it hits 129 body attack. That's not bad. And I always forget because
it's really good.
It's the beastie that can enable so many things, but also it's an attacker itself, despite the fact that, you know, it's like a beastie you can recruit within the first 15 minutes of opening the game in a casual playthrough.
Right. Yeah.
It's a threat.
Yeah, I was looking because basically I looked at your 7 beasties that you had recruited. I was like, okay, you got Shloom who can do anything, but I blocked Spirit out of my mind for some reason. And I'm like, okay, you got Beetleback, that's not going to attack. Tord Anchor's not going to hit hard. Skiffrig is Mind and Spirit. Magpike's body, Riplash's body, Magpike's body, and Mind, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I can just dump everything into body and mind, and I'll be fine,
yep.
right?
Yeah, I mean, if you like look at my team in the spreadsheet, you see like the 5 very low numbers in spirit power. It's quite amusing how I have like 5 beasties with literally 30 or less spirit power, and then 77 and 110.
Yeah.
It's relatively unassuming, but I very early on decided I'm going the rally angle here because it's going to help me deal with Armantis if Armantis decides to get out of hand.
Hell yeah, and I mean, I should have kind of realized that just because almost all of my beasties are mind beasties.
Yeah.
And Rally is just so good at dealing with that, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
It certainly helped out a lot because suddenly the Vagabond wasn't really doing any damage at all. Was it like mostly defense invested or all defense invested?
All defense invested.
Okay, I was gonna say I was doing really little damage for a Vagabond, which is fine. I have a very defensive Vagabond on one of my teams. It's loads of fun.
Oh, absolutely. It was the idea is that generally all of my burst damage was Armantis and Blitzswift, and then if I got stuck having to have them, recovering on the bench, I could have Varkabound or Illigus just get boosted gradually by Charlie until they are doing plenty of damage.
Yeah, and torch pass out if you need to. Once Illigus is in the front row, put the Armantis in the front row and get a ricochet off with double cheer.
Yep. Yeah, I had basically my normal team that I was running at the start of draft. I'm not really running it anymore. Picked out, except for Ostracite instead of Castlete.
Yeah, because Castlete went first round.
Yeah, I lost every single match I did with that team, actually.
Oh no.
And then I won every match until this one, once I switched out Silusk and got Armantis and started using Blitzswift.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, actually, I think, because...
For sure.
I was kind of scared of team building, right? I was using my old team, basically.
Gotcha. Well, now you have a whole bunch more experience.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love draft. It makes you think in such interesting ways, and I'm a huge fan of it. Anything else on your particular team building? I'm trying to think if there's anything else on mine. Oh yeah, I finally got to use the beam that makes you old to, like, actually good effect.
Oh yeah, Trait Dance Ancient Echo Strike was something I was not expecting to run into, honestly.
I'm glad that I finally, like, fully committed to it and actually used it in the match, because it's something I've had kicking around on, like, 2 or 3 teams this season, but I'm like, this week, this is the week. I'm going to do it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I was actually also, like, really scared of the, like, stare down next to Varkabon, because it's like you have 2 options for it, and I was like,
oh yeah,
I was concerned about that, so
after seeing you bring it to Bash, I watched a couple of your matches.
Right.
But I was like, I gotta go quick set. And also, they're probably just going to hit Armantis anyway.
I did hit Armantis a couple times, yeah.
Yeah. Which would still be like, Armantis hits back super hard with a power forward stare down, but...
Yes.
I don't know, I just wanted a quick set,
Yeah, I spec'd Drum onto Tort Anchor because of Provoke, just because I'm like, I'm so scared of the Nervous. I almost, like... I had a bit of a crisis. I'm like, do I want to go Shanty instead just for this? I think I'm glad I didn't, because the corner shot definitely paid off.
Yes.
That's what I like about draft. You end up with weird teams, and it's always so much fun, because you don't have to prep for a meta.
It is very cool. I liked... Even though I didn't win any of the matches, I liked having a not fully metamorphed beastie, too. I think it's super fun to team build with non-metamorphed beasties. Anyone who's...
Yeah, I mean, you're the 3 kicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
For anyone who is watching who isn't aware, Rev has had a very fun PvP team, which they brought to the recent bash, which is has Kitchik, Ostracai, and Castlete on it. I think I faced it once or twice.
I almost made it to top 20 with that. I was just
that's wild.
I think 50 to 80 points below 20th.
Wow.
When we looked at the yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I love that, like, NFEs can, like, do things in draft. Like, I mean, for anyone who isn't aware and keeping up, Skarm brought Uafowl to this week, almost to very good effect. Unfortunately, Zonk's team did Zonk's team things. But, like, Uafowl came this week. I mean, you've brought Ostracai other weeks as well, and it's, you know, it's an offensive threat. It does a lot more damage than most other things. Like, I've used my Tord Anchor as a body attacker a few times. It does a lot more damage than Tord Anchor does.
Yes.
But yeah.
Kind of felt like a callback to back when I was doing the playtest tournament. I brought Ostracai.
Oh yeah, ages ago.
30.
I think I was at work that day. I was really sad about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the playtest era. That was a great time. Either way,
It was so unstable.
it was very unstable. Bruce Leiden still has not recovered.
No.
Anyway, thank you so much for chatting. Thank you so much for the match.
Yeah. Thank you too.
All right.
Thanks for putting this together as well.
Yeah, of course.